Dutch wax prints, also known as African wax prints, are omnipresent and common materials for clothing in Africa, especially West Africa. They are industrially produced, colorful cotton cloths with batik printing. One feature of these materials is the lack of difference in the color intensity of front and back side. The wax fabric can be sorted into categories of quality due to the processes of manufacturing. Normally, the fabrics are sold in 12 yards as full piece, or 6 yards as half piece. The colors comply with the local preferences of the customers. Mainly clothing for celebrations is made out of these. The wax prints are part of a non-verbal way of communication among African women, and hereby they carry the message out into the world. Some wax prints can be named after personalities, cities, buildings, sayings or occasions. The producer, name of the product and registration number of the design is printed on the selvage, protecting the design and allowing reading the quality of the fabric. The wax fabrics constitute capital goods for the African women. Therefore, they are collected depending on the financial possibilities. The design of the wax print fabrics already has an influence on the international world of fashion and lifestyle. They are an inspirational source for designers and companies. Batik. The Javanese word batik designates a technology of coloring with spares, where the coloring happens with an ink-repellent liquid, a paste like wax, resin or starch. The spare material is applied, drawn or stamped on the fabric, protecting these parts of the fabric in the color bath and creating a light pattern after removal. Fancy. The costly produced wax fabrics are increasingly imitated by alternative ways of manufacturing. The so-called fancy fabrics are produced in a printing procedure. Costly designs are printed digitally. Fancy fabrics in general are cheap, industrially produced imitations of the wax prints and are based on industry print. Fancy fabrics are also called Imawax, Java print, roller print, La Fancy or Legos. These fabrics are produced for mass consumption and stand for ephemerality and caducity. Fancy fabrics are more intense and rich in colors than wax prints and are printed on only one side. As for wax prints, producer, product name and registration number of the designer printed on the selvage. Even the fancy fabrics vary with a certain fashion. The fabrics are limited to amount and design and are sometimes exclusively sold in own shops.